Were you aware that police officers harm and sometimes kill people in Ontario and across Canada every single week?
I don't care.
Did you know that Levi Schaefer from Peterborough, Ontario was shot dead in June 2009 by an OPP officer?
Oh.
Do you care that the officer who killed Levi was instructed by his supervisors to hold off on writing his notes until after he had consulted with an Ontario Provincial Police Association lawyer?
Oh.
Do you care that the only witness, a second officer, was also told by his supervisors to hold off on writing his notes until after he'd consulted with the same OPPA lawyer that had been retained by the officer under investigation for the shooting?
Oh.
Do you care that every single other officer in any way involved in the police killing of Levi Schaefer saw and spoke to the exact same OPPA lawyer who has a legal responsibility to share all information between clients?
Whoa.
And do you care that both officers involved in the case of the death of Levi Schaefer wrote their notes days after the shooting and only handed in notes to the Special Investigation Unit that have been vetted by the OPPA lawyer? Notes that are not independent, notes that are not contemporaneous, and notes that cannot fully be trusted as evidence?
Oh wow.
And did you know that when the director of the Special Investigations Unit presented SIU their findings in the Schaefer case, he declared that because of the problems created by the long-standing, widespread practice of OPPA lawyer note vetting, there was no reliable evidence before the SIU?
Oh wow.
Would you now be interested to know about this groundbreaking case before the courts?
Okay, tell me more.
The Schaefer family, along with the family of Doug Minty, who was also shot to death by the OPP in June of 2009, made the decision to take this issue to the Ontario Court of Justice. With their lawyer, Julian Falconer, the families have asked the courts to look at the OPP policies and deeply consider how these policies have irreparably prejudiced the SIU investigations. It denies the families any chance to learn the circumstances of their loved one's death, and shaking any faith in the integrity of the administration of justice.
Oh.
The Schaefer family has brought forward an application asking the courts to determine these matters firmly, so that no other family or community will lose a loved one at the hands of police force, only to be faced with the further hurt and harm of police impunity within the investigative process. Justice for Levi. Justice for us all.
Tell me more.
When the families brought their application to the court, OPPA lawyers representing the officers won a motion to strike the application. The justice ruled that the families were not bringing forward a matter that was of significant public interest.
Whoa.
Not in the public interest, even though the Ontario Association of Chiefs of Police and the Ontario Association of Police showed up when the application was brought to. Not in the public interest, even though the outcome of this landmark court case will affect every single police officer in the province.
Whoa.
Not in the public interest, even though the Attorney General, the courts, the cops, the politicians and the public have been battling over what to do about police accountability for years and years.
Shit. I mean, whoa.
Not in the public interest, even though what happens in this case will affect dignity and justice for every single person, family, and community that is affected by police intimidation, targeting, profiling and killings in the future. Not in the public interest, even though such violences keep happening every day. Over and over, in every place to good people like Levi Schaefer, and like Doug Minty and their families. Families and communities who deserve justice. But instead get a society filled with people who don't care, but pay the police blindly, and don't care, and are okay with police discretion on the use of police force, and they don't care, and 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 don't care until one horrendous day, the person that the cops kill is the sister, brother, father, or mother of that same person who didn't care. Nobody cares, nobody cares, nobody cares, and the police are allowed to continue, and immune from consequences, when they hurt or kill.
I care. This is totally in my interest, and in the public interest. I care. Really, I just didn't know anything about any of this. Really, I'm sorry that I said I didn't care. I guess I haven't thought much about police brutality, accountability, or impunity. I do care, really.
Really?
I'm going to write my MPP, or the Attorney General, or my local newspaper. I care. What can I do?
You can learn, teach, spread information and raise a ruckus about why you think it is very much in the public interest that the courts resolve these matters. Let the media, politicians and everyone you can know about your wish to see the Schaefer and Minty families granted public interest standing when the first part of the appeal process goes to court in Toronto early 2011.
What else can I do?
Help raise legal funds. Check out www.justiceforlevi.org. Contribute your money, your skill sets, your ideas and direct work to helping the coalition Justice for Levi.
Is there anything else?
Yes. There is one more very important thing.
Yes.
Yes.
Yes. Yes. I care. I'm listening.
A society where police have unrestrained, unchecked power to use force, and in particular, lethal force against the populace without having to face open, public accountability is a terrifying, horrifying nightmare of a place where no one is safe. No one. Where persons and communities of color, queers, persons with disabilities, women, transgendered persons, non-status persons and persons with mental health struggles are particularly targeted, and are particularly vulnerable. But where no one is safe. No one. No one. Because an injustice to one is an injustice for all. We need justice for our communities.
Not police impunity.
Justice for Levi.
Justice for us all.